Hello, everybody. This is the Florida Sports Report, and this report is on the Miami Dolphins. Via Adam Gase during a press conference, he has told the Dolphins' local media that Tony Lippett has suffered an ACL injury and will be out for the rest of the season. Another big injury for the Dolphins. Another guy that goes down that just weakens our depth on this football team. Similar to what I said in regards to Raekwon McMillan, which people obviously disagree with me on, is that he's important, but he's not crucial. He doesn't make or break our season at the end of the day. It is another disappointing thing to see. I mean, you want to say our season is unraveling before our eyes, but the main core of our team is still intact, but the depth is weakening around us. Our stars are still healthy. Tunsil, Jones, Sue, Wake, Ajayi, Jarvis. Those guys are still healthy. Luckily, we got Jay Cutler, who's actually a decent quarterback, who can come in and either back up for Matt Moore or start, which I hope Matt Moore can start because I really honestly believe Matt Moore is better than Jay Cutler. But just my opinion. People say Jay Cutler's a great arm talent. Well, I really haven't seen it, but okay. Tony Lippett, all I can say is I feel sorry for the guy. You know, I was telling myself that he isn't better than Xavier Howard, nor is he better than Byron Maxwell. And I hope he doesn't beat out Xavier Howard for a job because Xavier Howard is just a more talented player. But I was thinking it is going to be a great cornerback battle for those starting spots. If Tony Lippett was to win the second cornerback job, then I was thinking Xavier Howard could be our slot. But it wasn't really going to look that way. But with the injury issues we suffered last season at the cornerback, I wouldn't wish it on our players, but I knew that we would need Tony Lippett next season, even if he wasn't going to start, because our cornerbacks have shown that they have injury issues. And our secondary. Which is very disappointing, but it is what it is. So Tony Lippett goes down. Kenyon Drake suffers a concussion. Ryan Tannehill ACL injury. Just Jay Ajayi concussion. Raekwon ACL injury. I mean, this is part of football, truly. But this does not happen to every NFL team in one preseason. During one preseason stretch and during one offseason stretch, this doesn't happen to every NFL team. True, this is the reality of the NFL. This happens, but we are really unlucky. This is a very dangerous sport. But teams can survive a preseason without any serious injuries. There are many teams that get lucky that way. Some teams, like the New England Patriots, don't take a risk at all. Just not playing 40 players in the preseason, going with a 50-man roster and not playing the other 40 players on your roster. The New England Patriots kept out 40 of their players for the first preseason game. More than double of any NFL team, which shows how precautionist they are. The precautions that they take. Which I wouldn't really want to follow their methods. That's their methods. I don't think everybody else should. Because certain players just need the reps. And certain players just need to get hit and get that rust off of them going into the NFL season. But it's really disappointing. I mean, it's just so disappointing. But you have to stay strong. Because look at what we did last season. Now, honestly, I truly don't think we'll make the playoffs. Not to be negative, I'm just being realistic. We're not making the playoffs at this point. That's just the way I see it. Until we touch that football field, I don't see it. We lose Ryan Tannehill for starters. One. So that slightly weakens our quarterback position. Okay. We lose depth with Raekwon McMillan and Tony Lippett. Two key guys who can actually play some football. Okay? So, and on top of that, we have a tougher schedule and a couple of injury-prone players on our football team, like Mike Pouncey and Kiko Alonso. I mean, things are looking pretty tough for us at this point. Our schedule's gotten tougher. We've improved our talent on the football team, so I assume that would balance itself out if everybody stays healthy. We improved to the draft, and we improved a little bit in free agency, and our schedule got tougher. I assume we would have had a 10-6 schedule. It balances itself out. Really, it does. So now we're suffering even more injuries, which is making me think that we're more leaning towards an 8-8 or 9-7 schedule. Now, in the NFL, there are injuries, and injuries can happen, which weakens other teams. So the teams that you see as threats when the schedule first come out really aren't, because they're depleted with injuries as a team. Trust me, I believe in my football team, but it's also called being realistic as well. If we were in an NFC, there should be no discussion about the playoffs with this football team. No discussion. After all these injuries, no discussion. At least since we're in the AFC, we actually have a chance. But those chances are slim. With the Colts improving, the Titans improving, the Jaguars improving. I mean, Houston getting a bit better at the quarterback position. Who else improved? The Steelers improving. Everybody's improving. The Denver Broncos, we'll see. The Ravens, their offense is trash. Truly. So we'll have to see what we're gonna. But I believe in Adam Gase at the end of the day, and I don't think our team will plummet to the ground and become a 5-11 football team. I think we can be an 8-8, 9-7 football team. In all honesty. But at this point, with all injuries, it's tough. It's really just tough to see how far we can go. Tony Lippet, I feel sorry for the guy. I mean, you can't explain how it feels as a fan seeing players go down like this. I mean, the feeling I got when I heard that Tony Lippet got hurt, it was just unexplainable. But at the end of the day, you have to remind yourself, it's not the end of the world. We still have options. Our depth has been depleted. This is why during the draft, when people don't like the draft picks that we made in Cordrea Tankersley and Raekwon McMillan, this is why we made him. Raekwon McMillan was supposed to be your starting inside linebacker. He's gone. Cordrea Tankersley, people really weren't happy about that pick. Not too many people, actually. And look at it now. He's actually looking like we really gonna need this guy now. Look at that. So I still am gonna say our future for this upcoming season, it does not look bright, but it doesn't totally look murky, if that makes sense. We still have hope. We still have a good football team, and I'm gonna stay with that. If we lose someone like Rashad Jones or Sue or Pouncey, now we're just a decent football team that'll get lucky just to make it. This season, if we make the playoffs, I don't think we'll be lucky, because I still think we have a good enough football team to make it, even though I still don't think we will. But let's see what this upcoming season is about. Do we have the perseverance, the fortitude, the belief in ourselves that we can achieve what we want to achieve, even with all these injuries? We'll see. We'll see what this football team's made of. I know Adam Gase is a very good head coach, in my opinion, and I think he can rally the troops, but I don't know to what extent he can, but we'll see, everybody. Tony Lippet, I'll pray for you, man. I hope you come back from injury. You're a good up-and-coming player, and it's just disappointing to see you go down like this when there are people who had hope for you. Everybody, This is the Florida Sports Report, reporting on the Miami Dolphins. Tony Lippet, I hope you recover soon. Dolphins fans, stay hopeful, and I'm out.